everybody, and welcome back to another reaction video. And today we are checking out Tom MacDonald and Dax's song Propaganda. Now you guys have been telling me to check this one out for ages. We checked out another song they did together and you guys were like, man, if you want to check out them really working the mic, them really showing their talents, then you need to check out Propaganda. So here we are. Without further ado, I'm not going to waffle, we're not going to have a long intro. If you want, hit that like button and support my tiny channel. If you want, hit that subscribe button and support my tiny channel. Help me grow a little bit more. Anyway, enough of my waffling bollocks. Let's jump into Tom MacDonald and Dax's song, Propaganda. I'm looking forward to this one. This is going to be good.
Hey, D.R.U.G. You good, bro? You ain't picking up calls, dog. What's wrong, man? D.R.U.G, you good? Hey. Hey, D.R.U.G. Don't lose yourself.
So these guys are just out here making movies. Is that what they're doing now? Is that what they're doing? In the words of NF, I don't know if I'm making movies or music videos. That's what I'm feeling on this. Damn.
Don't lose yourself.
I really like Dax's voice. Dick Smith.
And all I see is propaganda. Propaganda. And all I see is propaganda. Propaganda. And all I see is propaganda. Propaganda.
Okay, Dax.
And all I see is propaganda.
Okay, Dax, what the hell? What the hell? What songs have I checked out by Dax so far? I checked out the other song he did with Tom. I checked out Dax's Grinch song. I checked out Dax's song with Snow. We checked out a few Dax's tracks, right? But not a single one of them has this guy sung. And the guy can sing, man. The guy can hit some notes. I think I'm in for a treat on this one.
And all I see is propaganda.
I love his voice. I love that grunge.
Propaganda. And all I see is propaganda. Propaganda.
Yeah, united we stand, divided we fall. New Year's Eve, they've been dropping the ball. Independent, how we dead in the game. We don't write to the sound of applause. Hidden truth, dotted lines, ain't never signed, stood and remain the boss. In a world that is full of facades, where if you speak, you get nailed to a cross. I won't be silent, I am outspoken. I am the product of pain, so when you see my...
I love that. I love that. In a world where all you do is speak, you get nothing across. It feels so true. It feels so true these days. Everyone can speak, everyone can talk, but no points are heard. The people who are like, who have ground to speak, who have grounds that they should be listened to, the people who are talking about the most important points, are the people that are listened to the least. It's insane. It's like these completely out of touch celebrities who are pushing the agenda on subjects they literally have no knowledge about. The world we live in is a crazy one these days, my friends.
Where if you speak, you get nailed to a cross. I won't be silent, I am outspoken. I am the product of pain, so when you see my name, no fame could never break down a brain that is already broken. Every wound is a paid devotion. They fill words as I purge emotion. Scabs tear as I drop hits that bleed light from demonic omens. The system decides we spend and we buy, while most of our time is spent in bed. The dreams we have all stay inside. We sleep and wake and live with regret. The price of life is half the cost. The price of fame could cost your head. If infamy is what you seek and propaganda is what you spread.
This is so relevant. This is so relevant. News you can trust. I've just realized what it says. News you can trust. Is there such a thing? My friends, is there such a thing? Is there such a thing as news you can trust these days? I really don't think there is. The thing is, I watch like independent news people on YouTube. That's where I get most of my news from. And even them, right? Even though I love them and even that's where I get most of my news from, even they are biased in some way, right? They cannot deliver a completely unbiased. The only way to get completely unbiased news is for it to be a robot. And even then, someone's made the robot. It's impossible. There's no such thing as a news you can trust. There just isn't. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist anymore. Everyone has an opinion, and everyone wants to share that opinion. And me saying this is an opinion. I'm contradicting myself. It's true.
Cost your head if infamy is what you seek and propaganda is what you spread.
Propaganda. Propaganda. And all I see is propaganda.
I like this. I like this.
And all I see is propaganda.
I'm liking the chorus.
Propaganda.
Do you know, I'm so excited to see Tom pop up. I'm literally like shaking. Because this song is so good, and I know Tom's gonna love this message. This feels like a proper Tom song. Oh man! I can't wait to see his face.
All I see is propaganda.
This is awesome. What a message.
And all I see is propaganda. Propaganda.
Look what they did, indoctrinated. They convinced us all that.
No. Nope. Time to rewind. Also, that phone thing when they're driving, that reminds me of when Pokemon Go came out. All the accidents that you had with people who were playing that game driving. I remember when that was a huge thing. I'd literally be walking down the street and I'd see people in their cars like, Jesus, people. Right, let's go. Tom, take it away, my friend.
Look what they did, indoctrinated. They convinced us all that everything we say is racist. And blood will change it, that's what happens. Y'all need balance. Y'all need blacks and whites and lefts and rights to stop the madness. They planned it. It's Trump or Biden, we all been divided by it in the streets. Elections always been rigged. I ain't surprised when somebody cheats. All I see is pentagrams and the propaganda, but our priority's a vaccine.
I love this guy. Every single time I hear him, I agree with every single word coming out of his mouth. It's like he's in my head. When he's like, left and right, we're completely divided. Elections have always been rigged. I'm not surprised when they cheat. That's literally how I feel. Someone's like, this person cheated, that person cheated. I'm like, man, they always been cheating. They're literally run by the billionaires of the world. They're just faces. They're nothing. It's nuts. That's why, like, when you get a president who's rich, for the first time, I'm like, oh, well, maybe they're not gonna be completely bought out and corrupt because they already have their own money, or a prime minister that's rich. But you know how much they make? Like a prime minister or a president makes like 200,000 to 300,000 or 200,000 to 400,000 a year, pounds and dollars. That's nothing when you look at millionaires and all these sort of things. And Bill Burr, the comedian Bill Burr, he says this, and I agree with it. A lot of people won't agree with it, but I agree with it because it makes politicians completely much untouchable and uncorruptible. And that is, the president and the prime minister should be the most paid people in the world, right? The president is arguably the most powerful person on the planet, right? The most powerful person on the planet, and is one of the least paid positions anyone can get into. It's nuts. And what that leaves is a complete open door, open window opportunity for bribery and corruption because they don't have much money. So if someone walks in, even a millionaire has got more money than them, just walks in, hey, I'll give you 500 grand, can you pass this bill? How many times are they going to say yes? So why aren't they given fuck you money? Why doesn't the president have fuck you money? Why when these people come in bribing, why isn't the president like, that's chump change to me, my friend. I get paid $1 billion a year. You think your money's scaring me? Why isn't that the case? You'd have a completely uncorruptible, untouchable political leader. Someone running your country who literally has your own interests at heart because all of their dreams already accomplished. That is what I believe. Bill Burr says it all the time, and I 100% agree with him. And I agree with Tom. Literally just divides us. They all cheat, and they cheat for that reason, to line their own pockets.
Pentagrams and the propaganda, but our priority's a vaccine. It ain't hard for wolves to find a flock when the sheep are fast asleep. Too many people lack character. Too many journalists scaring you.
When the people are fast asleep, what's NF been telling us? Wake up!
The flock when the sheep are fast asleep. Too many people lack character. Too many journalists scaring you. Too many pencils attempting to rewrite the Constitution. They probably gonna tear it up. I love the country, but I don't trust the people taking care of us. We went to bed with the American dream. We woke up in Nightmerica.
Love that. I love the country, but I don't trust people taking care of us. How many of these people that we listen to, how many of these artists that we listen to, do they need to keep telling us to wake up before we actually do? They're telling us over and over and over again, wake up. These people we love, these people like NF, Upchurch, and Tom, who are constantly saying this, and we don't, and we try to. You know what, I take it back. This community is one of the only people that are awake on this planet. Is everyone else? They're crazy! They're crazy! And I love that as well. The American dream, but waking up in Nightmare. I love that. It's true. And I know I'm not American. I live over in England. I'm a British guy, but I stand by that. I stand by that here. It's the exact same here. You guys don't realize how much of how close we really are in comparisons to this. How I feel like we are your 51st state. Because there is tons of comparisons I make all the time to what's going on with you guys, to what's going on here. Which just means that, like, when I read your comments, I just feel like I relate to you guys so much. It sucks that I relate to you as well. It shouldn't be like that. We should all be Ah, man, we should all just be in such a better place. But sadly, we just have people in charge who don't give a fuck about us. And that's the bottom line. I'm sorry for swearing so much, but it's true. They just do not give a fuck about us.
We went to bed with the American dream. We woke up in America.
I like that.
And all I see is propaganda.
Dax coming in with that grungy voice.
And all I see is propaganda. And all I see is propaganda. Propaganda.
And all I see is propaganda. Propaganda.
How heartbreaking is it that this is true? How heartbreaking is it that this is all true? That we got Dax spitting facts in our ears. Ah, man. Ah, man! Dax and Tom. Dax and Tom. What do I have to say about Dax and Tom, man? Cookies and cream! Dax and Tom! Literally music to my ears. Whenever these guys sit on a track together, you get the hard, fast, grungy sound of Dax. And I love his voice. I love his rap voice. He sounds so good behind that mic. You get that bringing in. Then you get Tom's smooth, smoky, deliverance, literal crystal clear deliverance of the lines that are so important. He literally comes in when he writes a song. Every single line, every single bar, every single word has a message that needs to be heard by the masses. Man, put these two on a track, and what do you get? You get a track that needs to be listened to. That's what you get. Propaganda. Can't help but agree with every single word I just heard. And it's heartbreaking how much I agree. It should not be the case. I should be disagreeing. We all should be. We should listen and go, nah, none of this is true. This is all crap. But we don't. We don't. That's why we're here. That's why we all listen to this. That's why we're all part of the Hangover Gang. That's why we are where we are. Because we are some of the rarest people. And before you guys found me, I literally felt like I was crazy. I felt like I was crazy. I was like shouting into the wind. I'd see things happening on the TV and on the news and online. I'd be like, how is this a thing? How is the world thinking like this? How can they not see the obvious thing? I felt like everyone was walking down with blinkers on. It's like, how can you not see all the people that are trying to screw you? How did they not know that when they did this, that would happen? How? They could have just asked me. I would have told them. And then I was literally losing my mind, thinking I was crazy, thinking the world was crazy or I was crazy. And because it gets to a point where so many people disagree with you, you start thinking you're the one that's wrong. You're like, it must be me. It must be me. Because I've spoken to 10 people and all of them disagree with me. And you either start thinking, oh, it must be me. Or you start thinking, they're all out to get me. They're all out to get me. And it wasn't until I found you guys, or more correctly put, you found me, that I realized there are people like us out there. There are like-minded people out there. There are people who look at the world and think like we do and just want everyone to come together. They exist. They're just hidden. They're just put under rocks. They're just segregated and pushed into corners. We are just hidden. But man, we are finding each other. Man, we are spreading. We are spreading. I feel the tides turning. I feel the world changing. I don't know if it's just because I've been brought into a community that you guys have been building for years, but I feel it. I feel it. I feel the change coming. I feel like people are waking up to this bullshit that's been shoved down our throats. I feel like it is changing. Maybe I'm crazy for feeling that way, but I think it's a good way to feel. Anyway, if any of you made this far in the video, I have had a few of you talk about me setting up a join button or me setting up a Patreon or some sort of donation way, and I haven't done it yet, and the reason is I just don't want to ask you guys for anything. I can't do it. I'll get there, don't worry, I'll get there. But I can't do it. The only thing I ever want from you people is to never change. That's all I ever want. Don't ever change. You guys are amazing. You guys are supportive. You guys are kind. That's all I want. I'll never ask you guys for anything more. That's all I want. Every time you guys like a video, that's how you support me. Every time you guys share it to someone, get another person to subscribe, whatever, you help the channel grow, that's how you support me. I don't need the donations. Regardless of my financial situation, I will never ask for that, ever. We'll grow this channel together as a family, and that is how we support each other. And I'll support you guys, and you guys support me, and that is how we do it. I'll never ask for anything, and I don't think I could bring myself to ever set up an account like that, no matter what. So I know a few of you have been asking. I just wanted to clear it up. I haven't spoken about it on camera, so I thought I would before the end of this video. Anyway, I hope you guys can respect that. I just couldn't bring myself to do it. I love you guys too much. That's just the bottom line. I love you guys too much to ever do that. So like I said, if you want to support, like, subscribe, go follow me on Twitch, help that grow and all that sort of stuff. And do whatever you can that way. That's how you support this channel. Share it. Just share the channel. Get the channel out there. I'll never ask you guys for anything more than to just be yourselves. Anyway, I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching. Don't ever change. And as always, you will see me. Me? Yes, me. In the next video.